What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Movement Podcast. I am here with... What were you going to say?
We still haven't created a name for this.
No. I'm here with Brooke to do this weekly podcast that we've been doing consecutively now for quite a few weeks.
Five? I'm keeping track.
Yeah. Good for you. Thank you. You can count that high. It's good. So today, we are going to be talking about supplements. And the reason we want to talk about this is one of our members reached out and just said, like, hey, I'm wondering if you guys can talk about some of like the essential supplements, because there's just a lot of noise out there about like what people should be taking, and everyone should be taking this and that and the other thing. So by all means, we're not like supplement experts, but we can talk about kind of what we take and maybe some things that we recommend.
Yeah, I think we can give some direction, and so that people maybe feel like they have the autonomy to choose, opposed to being like, I feel like I need to take this, or like I need to take that. I think we can talk about some, let's say, surface level supplements that almost anyone can use, and then, we'll dive into it.
Yeah, and I think the other things
Give
too.
Some direction.
The other things too is like, we empower people to do their own research on some supplements as well. But I also understand how confusing and difficult that can be.
Yeah.
Because you'll have like one expert saying, no, this is the devil. And then you'll have another expert saying, no, that's the greatest supplement ever. And they're both doctors and extremely smart people. And you're like, I have no idea who to trust.
Yeah.
So sometimes in those moments, it's like doing a little bit more of the research on your own. Maybe it's trying it out.
Yeah, it's an overwhelming, confusing world out there in health and fitness. Like,
Seriously.
I listened to a podcast yesterday, the day before, that was like so controversial to what I had been listening to for so long about a certain topic. And I'm like, what the fuck? Don't these people connect here? Like, how are these?
What was it about? Now I want to know.
It was just about women, protein consumption, and training. And this person was saying something like, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
There's been studies or that no studies have decided that this is needed. And the other one is like, it's absolutely needed. Like, I've studied this on women, and this is this other girl's specialty. So I was like, what? No.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, who do I believe? But yeah, this is where it can be really confusing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think there's certain things to like the placebo effect in a sense as well.
It's a real thing.
For sure. Like maybe there is something that does nothing and it's proven to do nothing, but you feel like it works for you, then like who cares? If it works for you, then do it.
Just like a little thing that I heard on a podcast about placebo effect, and they gave, it was like weight trainers, like weightlifters, sorry, and some sort of placebo pill that was supposed to like increase muscle mass. Have you heard this? Increase your PR?
Yeah.
And it actually didn't. But the group that got the pill that was going to make them stronger actually did. There was like a significant difference. Well, it really just goes to show the power of the mind. You slob.
Oh my God.
Isaac just spill all over himself in case that wasn't just a random throw comment.
Do you know, I don't know. Do you remember the movie Space Jam?
Yes.
Okay, so now there's two Space Jams, but the Space Jam with Michael Jordan, there's this one scene where they had a water bottle, and it was like, I forget which character it was, but they said they put in like this special sauce, and then all of a sudden the person that drank it was like the best basketball player ever. And then at the end, they're like, there was actually nothing in there. It was literally just water. And I'm like, that's the placebo effect.
Yeah.
Space Jam was talking about it years ago.
Wow, they knew what's up.
They knew what's up.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, so the one thing I'll say when it comes to supplements, with the exception of like a few, the biggest piece is if you throw everything at your body, you're actually not really going to know what's truly making a difference. That's one thing we see quite often is people just take this massive supplement package with all these different things, and they're like, yes, I feel amazing. But maybe they didn't need to take all of those things. It could have just been one of them. So that's one thing to kind of just be mindful of is don't necessarily go and add all these different vitamins and minerals all at one go. Kind of play around with like throwing in one, maybe two. And then the other really big bit is it doesn't work overnight. Like you need to be consistent with it.
Yeah.
And not consistent for a week or 2 weeks, but think
months.
Like exactly consistent for months. So
Yeah, I think it's also too important to like, instead of being like, oh, I need to like, I'm not taking supplements or I'm not taking enough or what should I take? I think you need to look at, are you looking to take supplements for performance?
Yeah.
Or are you looking to take supplements for other health reasons, right? Because they're going to be different. And there's one, I mean, we can talk about, you know, what we take and again, what that surface level thing that like, sure, anyone can benefit from, but on deeper level. So like, if you're just like, I should be taking supplements, why do you think you need to take them?
Yeah.
Is it for your workouts? Is it for, you know, your running, your performance? Or is it because you're constantly fatigued and you don't have energy or your hair is falling out or, you know, other health things? So I think you need to first, instead of just thinking that you need it, why do you think you need it? Is it performance? Is it health?
That's a really, really good point. So why don't we dive into some of the supplements that we take? Mm-hmm. And once again, just because we take it doesn't necessarily mean that everybody needs to take it. But, you know, I think one, we very shortly talked about it yesterday when I said that we were going to talk about supplements today. I think one that we really agree on that everybody should be taking or have in your cupboard is some sort of protein powder. Mm-hmm. And I don't even really view protein powder as a supplement. I literally just view it as food because that's what it is.
Yeah, especially if people, like if you're someone who isn't eating enough protein, it's a very easy way to get it in. You're going to drink 24 grams or you're going to eat a chicken breast.
Yeah.
You know, so it's convenient. For sure. It's an easy, convenient way. Is it necessary? No. Is it helpful? Yes. And it's very versatile.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's an easy one. No one is going to, for the most part, take protein powder and feel negative side effects. Unless, of course, we get into the lactose whey intolerance and things like that. But
and, you know, for our vegetarian, vegan listeners out there, like there's a ton of different vegan protein options. I was actually just talking to Carrie yesterday. So she bought, so we now carry Driven and ATP. ATP is a Canadian brand that we're really, really excited about.
My client, Carrie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
she's a big ATP fan.
She got the ATP vegan and she's like, I'm not a vegan, but she's like, it is one of her favorite proteins ever. So I'm actually interested to try that out. But what's nice about protein powders as well is there's usually like a ton of different flavors. So if you are someone that has like a sweet tooth, you know, the cinnamon bun or the caramel latte that Driven carries could be that sort of nice little sweet treat. For me right now, I'm obsessed with the ATP, just like dark chocolate one.
Yeah, it's the best.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
What?
So old school CrossFit, I don't even think they carry it anymore. Remember Progenics?
I remember the brand. Yeah.
Yes. So Progenics was like this protein powder that like all the CrossFitters were on. It was the cat's meow.
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with it. And this actually tastes very, very similar to that chocolate. So
it's so
really
good. Yeah.
I
love that one. Mm-hmm. Have you tried the beef one?
I did. Did you?
Yeah.
Yes.
I loved it. I didn't even really notice the difference.
Me neither. So I was telling Luke, it tasted more frothy.
Yeah.
So ATP carries like the standard organic grass-fed whey, and then they have this like beef whey as well.
Beef broth whey.
Yeah, yeah. And it was more frothy. I don't know. I just couldn't get the picture of it. Like, I'm like, this is beef protein. This is weird to me.
Your head.
It did mess with my head. So I'm like, I would just prefer the standard one, but I don't know.
Both were delicious, I thought. Yeah. But yeah, maybe it is a little bit frothier.
Yeah, yeah.
But great.
So you know, I do feel that a standard protein powder is something that everyone can see some sort of benefit from. That would be like the one where it's like no questions asked.
Yeah.
Get a protein powder. I feel like for me, anyways. Other than that, it really does depend on what people's goals are, and like people's performance levels, fitness levels, things like that.
Yeah.
I'll share one that I also think is really, really important. I know the one that you'll probably say as well, so I won't say that one yet. Okay. But for me, like a good like electrolyte supplement. That's something kind of new that I've introduced into my rotation. When I say new, I'd say like the past 2 years or so. But I do see it as like there's a lot of benefit from that. If you are a heavy sweater, if you're running, if you're training over like 90 minutes, and you sweat a lot, I think some sort of electrolyte supplement is really, really important. And it doesn't just need to be during a workout. It could be before your workout. It could be at the end of the day. But like actually being mindful of, you know, sodium, potassium, magnesium, the electrolytes that your body needs. that's been a really, really big game changer for me.
Yeah, I think that's also good. A couple other reasons. If people have trouble drinking water, it tastes good.
Yep.
Also, if you are someone, I talk to my clients about this, if you're someone who doesn't drink a lot of water and then you go and you start drinking 3 liters, but you've also eliminated processed foods, like you need that salt. You need that sodium balance or you're going to be pissing every half an hour, right? So like some people will think, salt is bad, less salt. But like if you've really cleaned up your diet and now you're drinking 2 liters of water a day and before you were drinking, 10 mils or whatever, you need more sodium in your diet. So really important to have that sodium water balance. But yeah, a great, easy one that I think most people could benefit from.
Yeah. And once again, so we carry Driven and ATP. Both of them have a really good electrolyte supplement.
Mm-hmm.
I always forget the name of Driven's. I want to call it Fresh.
You might be right. Yeah, you're right.
I think it's
is.
Fresh.
Yep.
I really like that one. It's just like a bit higher concentration of sodium, potassium. ATP's isn't as high, but ATP's taste.
I love ATP's, the white peach pomegranate I'm having right now.
Oh my God.
It's really, really good.
It is very, very good. So now, I know last week we were talking about like things that we do that aren't great.
Yeah.
I'm actually having that in the morning before my coffee. It's like my little morning cocktail.
What?
I know.
You've changed.
I know.
You were never going to sip anything before coffee.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So
It's better for you anyways.
yeah, electrolyte. What about yours?
My next supplement?
Yeah.
Creatine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get on it, ladies. I don't really need to tell guys, but I get questions about that a lot. Should it be taking creatine? Yeah, you should. So get on it. So many reasons, like, the physical, but also I think a lot of people don't know or forget about the cognitive part of it. There's been a lot of studies coming out on using creatine and Alzheimer's and the benefits of it.
Yeah.
And the improvements in cognitive function, but just like really good for training. I think the hesitancy with women is they feel like, and some do, and I'm sure guys, you bloat a little bit, right? For the first few weeks or something, that water retention's not actually going to be fat. You might feel a little fluffy, puffy, whatever, but that goes down. But totally worth a few weeks of, feeling fluff for the benefits, like 1,000%. I take it every day.
Yeah.
I take it in my shake.
I'm fairly certain it's the most researched supplement out there as well.
Yep.
So I remember back in the day, like probably when I first started lifting in university, it was kind of still like a bit taboo. It's like, are you on steroids?
Yeah, I was like, you're taking creatine? Oh my God.
Dude, that's an illegal substance. But like it's, just get creatine monohydrate. You don't need to get any of like the specialized version of creatine. You can if you would like, but a lot of the times it's just more expensive and not necessary. That being said, I don't know too much about the other styles of creatine other than monohydrate, but I have heard that some of the other ones people have reported that they do get less bloating. So there could be less water retention in those bits, but like at the end of the day, it's like double or triple the price.
There's a lot of marketing out there to get women to take protein. This is a non-bloat gummy.
Oh, is it? Oh,
don't take your boyfriend's creatine. It's fucking creatine.
Oh, I don't see that.
Oh, yeah. It's like, it's a brand called, I've actually had quite a few people send it to me. Be like, what do you think about this? I'm like, it's great marketing. Yeah. I was also actually listening to something yesterday about creatine and in gummy form. And I'm not going to repeat exactly what they said, but essentially it was like the way that the creatine availability is, it can change, and it would depend on like how the specific gummy was like made and manufactured and what else was in it, but it can make it like less bioavailable in your body in the form of a gummy.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's things to look into, but I don't know, I'm sticking to the straight white powder. It's flavorless, odorless.
Cheap.
It's cheap.
Yep.
You can't go wrong. I'm not buying the fancy shit.
No. And in terms of like how and when to take it, old school way was like you have to load it, you take 10 grams, then you go down. Like you don't need to do that. Like for most people, 5 grams is all you need every day. You don't need to take it before your workout, during your workout, after workout. You can take it whenever is most convenient as long as you're consistent with it. So for me, it's always in the morning, add it into my shake. That way I never miss it. I take it even on the weekends. So it's like, doesn't matter if you're working out or not working out, just make it a part of your daily routine. Anything else on creatine? I don't think so.
No.
Okay, so it's funny, like protein, electrolyte, creatine, those are like my non-negotiables. Creatine I've been more lax with until probably like last year, maybe the last 2 years. I've like been really, really back on it. The other big one for me is an omega, like some sort of omega supplement. I'll be honest, it's not like one of those ones where when I'm taking it, I notice a difference. I'm not feeling it, but just, I think, what's her name? Dr. Rhonda Patrick. She talks a lot about the benefits of an omega as well as vitamin D, which I'm sure we'll talk about as well. So I feel it doesn't have any ill side effects for me. So it is something that's just a part of my diet. Because I'm not as consistent having like salmon every single week. So this kind of just fills in those voids.
And I think that's important too, is like when we talk about supplements, like not replacing, like you don't take a greens and then not have vegetables for the day. You don't take an omega and then not do that. But some of these things do help fill the gaps of things that you aren't getting in your nutrition. Omega is also one for me too. And vitamin D.
Yeah, vitamin D is another big one, which I know Driven never had a vitamin D supplement, so it's nice that ATP does. And they have vitamin D with K2, which is really nice because that helps like the absorption of the vitamin D.
That's really important. Anyone I've ever talked to, like specialists, it's like it's got to have the K2.
For sure. So especially for us Canadians during the colder winter months where we don't get a lot of sun, like I really do feel everyone should be supplementing with vitamin D. It's a very inexpensive supplement as well. It's readily available. So vitamin D is another big one for me.
I also really like that ATP is Canadian, for anyone that doesn't know. Like, that's a big one.
Super
Third-party
clean.
tested, no artificial anything. It's a really good company.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things you want to look for when you're getting supplements is third-party testing. Because there's a lot of shit out there.
Right? Well, I mean, when I was doing like more serious Olympic weightlifting, like we had to be very careful on the types of supplements that we were taking because like you can get drug tested. And then if your supplement's a little bit dirty, like it's not like there's when people think
taking the dirty subs.
Well, when people think dirty subs, they're thinking like steroids. But there's some things that are banned for certain sport that are still readily available. Like you can just go into a GNC and get them. But they're still banned substances. So a lot of times these supplement companies, if they're like mixing tubs or something like that, there can be just small trace amounts, but that's enough to trigger a negative result. Yeah.
Do you have any others, or is that like your main stack?
I'll be honest. I go back and forth with multi. Like I do take a multi, but like I eat a fairly clean diet. I have a lot of fruits and vegetables. Like I feel like for the most part,
you eat a fruit tree pretty much every day.
I do.
Some sort of
I do.
fruit.
So when I look at like my micronutrients, so when I track and I look at my macros, I'm over on everything. So sometimes what I will do is I will track consecutively. I'll look at my micronutrients in the app and be like, oh wow, zinc is something that I kind of lack sometimes. So that might be something that I supplement. But sometimes a multi is just enough to put me over on all those bits. So I do think a multi can be good for people to supplement. But once again, it's not like my must-have.
It's not
like
going
a
to
nice
save
to have,
anybody.
for sure.
No. My turn.
Yeah. What about you?
Started taking
Well, let me
zinc.
tell you.
No, I'm taking zinc.
Oh, you do take zinc?
Yeah. Well, I'll talk a little bit about my experience, which we talked about yesterday. So I got some blood work done not because I had any issues or concerns, but like I just wanted to get a look under the hood, so to speak, stuff that I can't see or feel. And there is definitely stuff that I need to take and, maybe a little bit deficient in. But it was a really great, like I said, eye-opening experience. And for me, it was just like a next level, right? Like I feel great and my energy is great and I'm performing, but like, how can I be optimal? So yeah, I got some great feedback and conversation with the girl I did it to. If anyone has a girl, she needs a girl, I got one. She's amazing, but it was super informative and very helpful. So I'm taking zinc now.
Yeah.
I need it.
Do you know how much you're taking? Actually, don't worry about it because it would be different from person to person.
Yeah,
it's okay.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm just doing what she says. But yeah, I think that's kind of like, next level thing, right?
Well, when you look at like immune health, or immunity health, it's zinc is a big factor in that. Like when you look at like the emergencies or like some of these things you take proactively when you're feeling sick, a lot of
Zinc. Oh yeah.
a lot of them will include zinc.
Yeah.
So
I need it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it to be like people need to be on it, but that's more so one like if you are getting some blood work done, and then you can kind of get some recommendations.
Yeah. And I think that's where it's like, we're not going to overstep our boundaries here and be like, you should be taking this much zinc. It's like, if you want an in-depth look, if you feel like, you want to go that route, then get it looked at, because then you have answers and numbers and guidance.
Yep. I think some other ones that I just know are very popular. It's like pre-workout. That's a really big
these
one.
are like performance ones. Let's talk about some of the more performance based.
Yeah. So pre-workout. I don't take a pre-workout.
This is my pre-workout.
Yeah, coffee.
Pre-workout.
So when I was in university, when I was like a little bit younger, I would take a pre-workout. But now I feel like I don't really need it. It just kind of was one of those things that worried me because I was becoming dependent on it.
I was going to say, it can be very easy to just get reliant on it, and then you don't have it, and you're either actually not ready for your workout, or mentally you're not feeling ready because you didn't have the pre and you've been taking it forever.
100%.
Do you like beta-alanine?
I do like beta-alanine. I don't really take it right now. I don't know, like for like a 20 to 60 minute cardio workout, it could be really good for endurance. But over 60 minutes, I don't think there's a lot of research to see if there's like a ton of benefits. So for me in running, like there's not that much out there.
I want to say, I'm not going to say who it is, just in case it wasn't him that said it, but a very well-known, reputable doctor in the sports world, one of his top 3 supplements to take before strength workout was beta-alanine. And apparently I think it's in pre-workout, but no one really thinks about taking it independently on its own. And there was a bunch of studies. I'd have to like go over it again, but I heard this multiple times.
Well, what's nice about beta-alanine is the ingredient in a lot of pre-workouts that will give you the tingles. So you can buy it on its own. What's nice about it is because you legitimately get a feeling. Like, once again, it could be that placebo thing where like, okay, I'm getting the tinglies, my face is tingling. And
individual
so
too. Some people are like bright red and hot within 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like if I take it, it normally takes a little bit of time to come on.
Yeah.
And some people are just uncomfortable. Like they don't like that tingle, prickly feeling.
Yep. So beta-alanine's one as well. But I think like a carb, like an intra workout carb. So if you are doing a workout that's longer than 90 minutes, so for most people listening to this, most of our members, that's probably not the case. But maybe for some of my runners, like having some sort of intra carb supplement can be beneficial. There's
very beneficial. If you remember our last podcast, I needed some intra carbs on that long run.
And it could be simple stuff, right? Like gels. It could be Gatorade, not G2, like the sugary Gatorade. But there's some other supplements that are literally just like a simple carb that you can take, and it'll be less expensive than buying Gatorade. They're usually flavorless. You can just toss them into your water. So if you think of like Morton, for example, it's a very popular endurance supplement brand. They have a lot of like pre-workout carb drinks or intra-workout carb drinks. Realistically, it's just the fancy marketing that they put on it.
Luke really loved the Morton gels, I think.
Yeah. Like you can get the stuff, the carb mix quite a bit cheaper if you want to go with like a lesser known brand. So that's another big one for me. Pre-work. Oh yeah. So pre-workout's not, I don't know. For me, like if you need it, if you work shift work and you're exhausted, go ahead. If you work out in the evenings, I wouldn't recommend pre-workout because then you're going to affect your sleep.
And some have caffeine, some don't. I would, again, like before I jump into the pre-workout bandwagon, it would be like, okay, why am I so exhausted going into my workout?
Yeah.
Why do I need this energy? Did you eat 16 hours ago?
Yeah.
Or like maybe you just need that pre-workout snack, or you need to have, shift your meal a little bit later so it's a couple hours before. So again, instead of like jumping on a reliant supplement, I would ask the question as to why you think you need it. Are you eating before? Are you not eating? What have you done before? Are you sleeping?
Yeah.
Kind of do a little investigation on that before just being like, I need a pre-workout.
Yeah. Not so much a supplement, but kind of. I have not done enough research on it. I just like briefly read some bits about like tart cherry juice. Tart cherry juice.
Yeah.
To help you sleep. And then beetroot juice is supposed to be like a next level endurance supplement.
Yeah.
Same as
tart cherry juice can also help with DOMS.
Oh,
I
really?
believe I was reading that. Yep.
Interesting. So biocarb? Morton makes something called biocarb, and it's what is it? Okay, what is the thing that you put in your fridge to make it not smell?
Baking soda?
Baking soda. So this is another. Have you heard about this?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So this is a big thing right now. Playing around with supplementing baking soda.
Interesting.
Yeah, for like I know right now they're doing a lot of tests around like 5, 10K style distance, like endurance work. I have not tried it. I don't know enough about it. I wouldn't necessarily I'm not recommending people to do it, but it's like I think this is the next.
It's
really
also supposed to hurt with heartburn.
Yeah, it's apparently supposed to be a big thing.
Oh,
and measurable differences. Yeah.
Don't try this at home, folks.
Yeah. People should be frothing at the mouth.
Oh, Brooke and Isaac said to just shot back a scoop of baking soda
it's
before
like one that's been in
workout.
their fridge for 10 years. It's all moldy.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
no, don't do that. What about greens? Are you I'm not a huge greens person.
I do like my greens.
I know you do.
I do. Again, it's more so, and I think too, for people, getting it in the morning can be hard, getting in veggies in the morning. So sure, it's a supplement. I still try and always put like a big emphasis on getting my veggies in, but if it's clean and good ingredients, I'll take it.
Cool.
Yeah, I take it in the morning. I like it. Another one, I just remembered another one. Collagen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Big
on that.
collagen girl right here. I love it. But since we're talking brands, I love the ATP collagen.
Oh, yeah.
It's, what's it called? I don't know. It's like, I forget some name. Anyways, it tastes really, really good. The other collagen I was taking, which I do love, I got it at Pretty Natural, and it was with, there was mushrooms in it or something, and it was flavorless, odorless. So I put that in my shake, but ATP's is flavor, and it's really good. Mm-hmm. So I mix that in with water. But yeah, we lose collagen as we get older, and that skin health, bone health, nail, hair, all those things.
That's why I look like a leather bag, because I'm not using that.
Isaac
collagen.
needs to start taking some collagen.
You're going to see me next week. Just
it looks like he got a facelift.
That's it.
Yeah, love collagen. That's I take that one.
Fiber.
Mm-hmm.
So, psyllium husk. That's a popular fiber supplement. I do take a Fiber One gummy. I don't talk about this a lot, but I do take Fiber One gummies. You can get them at Costco.
Mm-hmm.
They taste like orange creamsicle.
Okay.
It's almost just like my little treat. So I'll take like 3 or 4 fiber gummies, just because I need to be very conscious. I can't talk today.
It's okay.
I have to be very conscious of my fiber intake. Mm-hmm. Although I do have like a lot of fruits and vegetables. I'm a lot better now. I don't actually take it as often as I used to. But that is something else to be very mindful of, is your fiber intake.
Yeah.
It's super
like
important for gut health.
Yeah.
You don't want to just purely supplement fiber. Like, you obviously want to be getting it from the foods that you eat. But if you just need that extra little bit, something like a fiber supplement can be pretty beneficial.
Yeah. I don't know the stats, but I'm going to say it's between 25 and 35 grams of fiber
it's
a
different
day.
from men to
from men to women. Yeah.
And your age.
Yeah. Again, things that collagen, creatine, fiber, all things that we can get from food, but again, fill the gaps. Probably not getting enough of any of that from food. So I think, those could be another like surface level one that everyone could probably benefit from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless you're eating a ton of fiber and you know it. But it's not, people don't put that necessarily as a top priority, like protein, carbs, and fats. It's like you're not really thinking fiber. It's more like on the micro level, which I think people don't really look at.
Yeah, and I think this is where you kind of nailed on it, which was like, I think it's important to, get your blood work done and actually see what you're missing. Because a lot of the times people will supplement bits that they don't need.
Yeah.
right? So, like for example, maybe someone starts supplementing zinc, but they really don't need it, or like B12. That's something I supplemented in the past because I was more deficient in it. Now I'm not as deficient because I know this because of my blood work panels. So it's like doing those types of things just allows you to do a more customized supplement approach to yourself. But when we're talking about just kind of the general ones that I think everyone would benefit from, I think we can agree on protein and creatine for sure. And then depending, how much you sweat, how much you work out, like an electrolyte supplement could be really, really beneficial as well.
Yeah.
And then depending the time of year, a vitamin D supplement could be also really, really beneficial.
Yeah. And then one thing with the blood work that I just want to mention is, from my personal experience, and I know a lot of naturopaths and holistic practitioners, and when I got my blood panels back from like an MD lab, there was 0 flags on it. Have someone else look at it in that holistic space. Okay, we're not talking hippity-dippity shit here. This is just like, I just need to say that, Isaac, because you're like, oh God, here Brooke goes on the whole natural topic. It's a different, they're looking at stuff from a different perspective. I've never had, like, I've got my blood done a few times and my doctors they send it to me on the online thing with a little note. Everything's good.
Yeah.
I don't even know what half these things are. They're short forms and long words and like, I don't know what it's coming from. When I got it looked at with my girl Bree, like it was a breakdown and it's just so much more informative.
Yeah.
So yeah, that extra step would be like looking at it from a different lens because they really look at their ranges are completely different than MD ranges.
I feel like it's very popular in the States right now. And even if people listen to a lot of these bigger podcasts, a lot of them are sponsored by these like blood work companies like you'll send in your panels to get like a full review. Very, very similar, right? To know like, because you're usually not going to know your testosterone levels on a standard blood panel, right? So like actually asking for those things or finding those things out are beneficial, or to see certain things that you're deficient in.
Yeah.
It is nice to get.
And like you and I were saying yesterday, like it was cool for me to see because I'm a relatively healthy person. I train hard. I work well. I work out hard. All these things. I don't have symptoms. Well, guess what? There are things that my body needs that I wasn't getting. I would have never known had I have not just been like, let's get this looked at for optimum health.
Yes.
So it was an eye opener, and I'm just like, I will forever do this like on a regular basis because there's a lot of things that we don't know.
The one thing I want to say on this, and we talked about this yesterday, I think sometimes people could be looking for easy ways out. So what I mean by this is like, let's say that your BMI maybe isn't optimal. And I know, a lot of people shit on BMI, and I'm not saying it's perfect, but like if your BMI is way out of whack and one of the things that you need to do is maybe lose 20 pounds to help you be in a healthy range, I would still make that the priority rather than like, I need to take zinc. Do you know what I mean? It's like those things will help, but it's just like, what is the lowest hanging fruit? What's going to have the biggest benefit in terms of your health? Don't look for the easy way out, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think you would agree with that.
Oh, for sure.
If you just drink Coke, it's like, all right, let's maybe drink water.
Yeah, I think there's always stuff like at our fingertips that we could do a little bit better, like, to work on. And I think those are probably going to be, and sometimes those are the harder things. And then maybe that's why they're avoided, right?
For sure.
Like if I can, but nothing is supplementing exercise. Nothing is supplementing sleep.
Yeah.
Nothing is, those things you have to do the work or you don't. So I think that there is definitely, yes, lifestyle factors that have to be put into place that should be looked at just as important as supplements. We're not just jumping to that. Those are not fixes.
Yes.
But like get your lifestyle in check, because a lot of times, like let's just say hormones. Hormones are affected by your lifestyle.
That's right.
Change it first and then go under the hood with some blood work. And yes, you could be doing everything right and, doing a lot of things, but then they'll probably, and I think that they would tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
You need to do these things along with this. It's not just one thing. It's like that, the big picture.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it. I thought this was going to be a 5-minute podcast.
Yeah. Well, we're right up there.
Yeah, we are up there. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Awesome. If you guys do have any recommendations or thoughts on other things that we should talk about, please let us know.
Let us know. We'll see you next Thursday.
Bye.
Bye.